Hey everyone, welcome to another live watch party. We are here talking Cobra Kai. Ahsoka, if you want. I didn't get to have a stream last week. I was actually out of town. Yeah, that show ended with maybe the worst episode of the season. So that was kind of unfortunate. For Ahsoka. Yeah, almost everyone said that that the last episode was kind of weak. It's kind of sad. But thank you for coming in. Thank you for replays. Watching on the replay. Michael T. Flex, always cool. Melissa, oh, where is Melissa's here. Oh wait, let's see what you set up here. Bonsai, how are you doing today? Pretty good. Gotta get some more work done. I was doing some stuff and I gotta do other stuff. Right? That's how it works. It sucks that SAG is still going on. I truly hope it'll end because it's stupid and ridiculous. Yes, we'll get to that in just a minute. The strike. When will the W strike end? The WA strike ended a few weeks ago. And in fact, I think it was last week, like late last week or something. They ratified the contract. So the union gets to vote on it. And, it does have to be approved. And as it was a pretty good contract, it like passed with like 96% or something. I thought, I guess I had floated at the time, like there was always a possibility that the contract wouldn't get ratified. And that would be in a situation where like maybe the negotiating people, I hate to say like sold out, but like accepted something a lot less than the union wanted. Like you see this in the directors guild. Many directors felt like they got a bad deal because their negotiators just kind of like didn't fight very hard, and then there wasn't much publicity about it. So the directors got a much worse deal. But as it turned out, that the actors, or the actors, the writers in this case seemed to do pretty well. The deal, I guess, since in some respects maybe was better than I thought it would be. It's hard to tell specifically, and there's always like individual, like for some person they didn't want that, but wanted something else. But obviously it went pretty well, so that was approved. So yeah, the W strike is gone for like at least 3 years. Cobra Kai World, thank you for coming on in. It's always good to get a Tory fan in here. I for some reason, Ryan, I read your name as Cobra Kai Hooker. I was like, Cobra Kai Hooker. That's interesting, but no. Yes, Cobra Kai. Yeah, watch party in the house. Alex, you meant the actor strike. Okay. Yeah, not the WGA. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll get to that in just a second, but it's not looking good. New Cobra Kai video on any of the characters. Yes, I'm actually writing one now. It's like a season 6 thingy. So we'll get to it, but I will definitely do more Cobra Kai videos and character videos. I know you and we've talked about that specifically, and they'll come, which is, we got some time, so we got some time. Filming will resume in early January. When the strike is officially ended, whenever that is, I expect filming to resume probably pretty quickly, probably within a week. A week and a half, like if it ends on a Thursday or something, then maybe like a week. Those are like a week from Monday. But like, yeah, I like a week and a half is like the maximum. They would get back to work. They're not going to be like, oh, hey, the strike ended. You know what? Let's take another 2 months off. No. Keep in mind, Tim, that we're talking like, millions of dollars worth of like projects here. Season 6 of Cobra Kai. Um, yeah, I mean millions upon millions. It's a lot of money here. They're not gonna like float around and dick around for like 2 months. So I would say probably from whenever the strike is officially ended, uh, you know, week and a half. Um, they're all under contract, so that's like what it's about. Um, it's a sign the universe doesn't want Cobra Kai to end. Yeah, there you go. Melissa is right. Hot Tub Time Machine was that guy. He's married to Robbie's mom. Yes, they've talked about that. I think they even talked about it um, on Cobra Kai Companion. It might have been his first interview with John, Josh, and Hayden back in before season 2 came out. But he also interviewed Josh Heald separately, kind of more specifically. Well, a little bit more. It went into Hot Tub Time Machine. Yeah, they talked about that. Like when they were looking for someone to play Robbie's mom, Johnny's ex, Diora Baird, who plays Shannon. Like she came up and were like, yeah, that works, and she had already worked with Billy, and they have good chemistry. Yeah, good casting, good everything with that. Does that mean filming will begin? Relatively quickly. The only thing I would wonder is, would they wait for the official ratification? So like I said, so the Writers Guild officially ended the strike a day or two after the deal was struck. But like I said, the official ratification of the contract was just like last week. Because there's like by law, there's like it has to like a 2-week delay because it allows people to review the contract. So like by law, it has to wait at least 2 weeks before it officially ends. I suppose they may want to wait till after the contract's ratified, but probably not. At least that's how it worked with the writers. Comes December 2024. Yeah, I would say you're right. I think 2024 is kind of fading. The hope for 2024 release. If they were going to do 5 or 6 months more shooting, it's not out of the question yet. But if this strike goes on much longer, it would be. Yeah, I mean, they can ramp up post production and stuff, but we'll see. Has the writing of season 6 resumed? That's an interesting question. In fact, I was just wondering that myself, because I would have thought they might have said something. They did. John did say they would resume, but like they didn't announce it. Now we have resumed. So, but my assumption is yes. And in fact, why not? Because they were going to be doing the writing while in production, as you recall. Like the plan was to do writing while in production. That didn't happen because of the strike. But since they were going to be split, but if they can do the writing now, all in the same room together, many of them have said they prefer that. So I would assume that's what's going on. How are you? I was thinking of the Dark Knight when Alfred says, some people just want to watch the world burn. But I'm looking to stay positive. Writing a new Cobra Kai video. when will the SAG strike end? I don't know. Yeah. So for those who didn't know, we'll pick it up here. In regards to the SAG strike, uh, they were negotiating. I thought, I thought, that if the actors get something similar to the writers, what the writers got seemed to be good. Things could move forward. It seemed like that didn't happen. And the problem is I don't quite know enough about the actors. Um, to know really what's going on. What they were talking about a lot late last week, was like they wanted 2% of revenue from streaming services. And I'm really unsure what that means. Yeah, 2%, I get that, but like what is that? Like is that it's just get complicated, because like even the term 2% of revenue, or do you mean like 2% of all revenue taken in, 2% of like of your monthly subscription fees? Is it 2%? Streaming could also imply like when you rent a movie digitally, you rent or purchase a movie digitally, like on your iTunes or Amazon or where, all those services you can buy movies, and for a fee. Is it just 2% of that fee? Is that what they were referring to? What exactly are they referring to? I don't know. So and then plus, how does it compare to like historically what they've had? Like, would that make it in line to what's normally given, or what actors were making via residuals or whatever? Plus, like, what does like, how is that thing? They just like, we want 2%. Like, well, how are you dividing that up? Like, I don't get it. Like, who's getting the money? Like, any actor at any show on the service, like, or how is it dividing? Like, I don't know any of it. Like, I'm very confused. I love Twitter, like reading Twitter, and everyone's making these proud proclamations, and I'm sitting there thinking, how do you guys know what this is referring to? Either like you guys are all completely in the know, and poor watch party's ignorant, or maybe just people are out there saying shit and they actually don't know what they're talking about. And if I've been around the internet long enough to know it's probably the latter. Because I found the number very confusing. Like, I found it very confusing. And also, by the way, there weren't like people spelling it out. like no one was saying this is exactly what that means. Yeah. So anyway, what happened here? The studios walked away. That's important. So basically, like previously with like the actors and stuff, or I mean with the writers, and actually I think the actors, is what happened is they didn't like the deal they were getting, and so they walked away. And then eventually the studios came back with new offers. In this situation, it's the reverse. In this situation, the studios walked away and said, no, we're not discussing this. Like, you come back with something more reasonable. We're not giving a counter here. You come up with something else. And I take that as a bad sign, because people like to say, oh, the studios are getting crushed or something. Well, I mean, they ultimately walked away from this negotiation. So we'll see, maybe they'll come back. But we'll see what happens here. But honestly, it feels more ominous, as strange as that sounds, that the studios are the ones that walked away. That feels more ominous to me. Melissa's just talking to Cobra Kai World there. They're polishing scripts. Well, there's definitely still writing. They're not really at the polishing stage yet. Maybe for the first couple. But keep in mind that they do write the scripts while in production, even in like a normal season. And this season's longer than normal, so they'll be writing and polishing all together. Yeah, definitely they have scripts ready to go. They already shot episode 1. And we know they were about to go into production with episode 2. So, they definitely have the first few scripts, and they can drop in and they'll get more written. Even in this time, they might have written another script. Robbie gets Johnny's headband. That's kind of an interesting idea, Melissa. Yeah, Robbie gets the headband. Because Miguel got the gi. I will say that the headbands are sort of iconic. They're sort of iconic to the characters, Johnny and Daniel. Daniel still has his original one, and like the original from the movie, it's actually the same one because Ralph Macchio kept it. But in but still, like him and Johnny. So I don't know if they'll pass on the headband like that. We'll see. What's your video about? School bullies. We're going to look at what will be the bullying in season 6. Man, the strike is still on. They're really stubborn. Yes. Well, that's true. But you'll find when people, I just noticed someone's shoes are sitting in the background there. Sorry, I'm like looking at the screen. Sometimes when you notice stuff like in the screen, like why someone took off their high heels. Anyway, where was I? I'm sorry, I forgot where I was talking. Was I talking to you, Garrett? They're really stubborn. Yes. I was saying to say that when money is involved, come on, guys. Money is involved. Yeah, people get stubborn. People go crazy for money. End of October or middle of November, maybe. Yeah, that would be hopeful. Post-production lasts 5 to 6 months. Biggest season yet. Yes. Since they run post-production while still shooting, it's not like it doesn't start until they wrap. It's possible post-production could run the same length of time previously as previous seasons. So that's why I say maybe there's still hope for like a 2024 release for Cobra Kai season 6. Like I'm not going to close the door on that yet. Like I don't think we can close the door on that yet. But we'll have to see. But definitely the clock is ticking. Clock is ticking, guys. I thought the script was done for season 6. The first few, at least, were done. They were in production. They already shot episode 1, and they were ready to go for episode 2, but held off. So definitely the first several probably are done, with more on the way. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Kenny will be taller. Dimitri's pretty big. He's a pretty tall guy. We're going somewhere at least. Yeah. Good point, Michael T. Flux. There is like some progress has been made in such. It was a 57-cent subscription fee. Yeah, that's what they're saying. But like that doesn't even like actually answer any of my questions. Like really, like, like I don't know. 40. That isn't. Oh wait, no. Wait. Hold on. I'm trying to run some numbers. If you have $20, isn't like the top tier Netflix. What does it cost? Isn't it like $20 now for the top tier Netflix? I think it's like 20. Like that number doesn't seem right. 57 cents. Unless like they're calculating it. Oh wait, no. Hold on. 9 times 0.02. Yeah, I don't know where that number comes from. $2. Yeah. Because $20.99 a month. Right. Okay. Look at here. Hold on. Can I let's try this. Here we go. Okay. $20.99 a month. Okay. $20.99 a month. Okay, look at this. If it's $20.99 a month, and that's Netflix, and they're saying we want 2% of that for the actors. That's 41, almost 42 cents a month. If you had your subscription for a full year, that's $5. Like that's not like where are they getting 57 cents? Like isn't the ad tier like $8.99 or something? 0.02. That's how you get 2%. This is 17 cents. $2. Like I don't know where this 57 cents is coming from. So like so it's definitely doesn't seem to be like this 57 fee. I saw that number of people mentioning that on Twitter, but like I don't know where that number is coming from. Like I think I got the second tier. What am I paying? $12.99? It's a quarter. If I have it for a year, that's $3. Like I don't know where the 57 cents. So like I'm not even saying the 57 cent number is wrong. Like I'm just saying like I don't know how they're getting this. Based on what they're saying, we want 2% and then it's only 57 cents. Like I don't know 2% of what. Right? It could be I don't know, 2% of licensing. That's something else like licensing. Is it like 2% because they pay licensing fees, but even then the 2% would be like that would be like average because the licensing fee varies wildly from show to show. Year after filming, perhaps. It just depends on post production and ultimately what Netflix wants, right? Weight division, and no, I don't think they'll go in that direction. That just that makes it too messy now for like a simple narrative. It's like in Rocky, right? Like boxing has featherweight, middleweight, heavyweight, and Rocky was always fighting the heavyweight. But did they like talk about like the different divisions or something? No, if you bring that into it, it makes it too confusing. Rub it out. Hey, man, welcome in. Since they came students and potential threat, definitely. Yeah, season 6 in December 2024 would be great. You mean The Outsiders, the Ralph Macchio movie? Actually, I have not seen that. We got the Terminator here. I'll be back. Yeah, the hype dying down. It's a natural consequence of it's just not as new anymore, and other stuff comes out. But I think when this season drops, it'll people will be excited. Yes, the writers are done. Done and done. That is completely done. Still waiting. You're patient. Very good. I don't really play video games anymore. Um, I may play card games, but not video games, which is probably my bane. I could stream. People said to me, stream video games and make a lot of money and shit. God, top stream. I always thought I could be a good streamer. I'm sorry. Now I'm going off on it. You got me on a tangent, man. Because I think like I was good at video games back when I used to play. B, like I'm funny and have personality, and I think like those things are good for a streamer, right? So I probably could have done that very well, but I think I missed that calling. Greedy studios and greedy actors, yeah, that could be the case. That could be the case. But like I said earlier, if you missed it, like I don't know the specifics. Because I've only ever seen these numbers without any context, and I just don't know if anything is reasonable or what. In hindsight, you wish season 5 didn't come out as fast as it did. Yeah, that could be the case. It probably would have been better if it came out at the new year in December, like the same as the other seasons. I should stream Spider. I don't even have a system. I would have to get a system. How does tour team format work? Watch party. I'm not sure what you're saying. Can you clarify? Saints Row. I don't think they'll offer early episodes, but keep in mind, I've speculated and put out there for a while the idea of a two-parter. In fact, I just recently rewatched my episode where I revealed the episode count for season 6, and I was so much of that was going on about how I think it'll be split in two. That's a Netflix thing. They do seem to like that, so why not? First teaser, yeah, that's just way too early to predict because the actor strike has to end first. Anything like it's guys, like the actor strike has to end and they have to get back into production. Like they don't even have anything to tease if they wanted to. So yeah, I think like teasers could be as far as a year away. Anything like that? Do you think they've been casted already? I don't know. There were casting calls going around, but I don't know what happened. Oregon Trail, like the original. I haven't played that since grade school. Although, like, I've seen it. Classic. Defeat your enemy, know your enemy. Yes, that is true. That is true. What song do you think they'll use for? I have no idea. That is so beyond me. Maybe some things could have done, but honestly, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. I put out 4 videos on season 5 just because people said to me, "Oh, I didn't like season 5." I think they're being a little melodramatic, although I do think like there were parts of season 5 which were like, not my favorite. Bad eggs, Although it's worth noting, anything you think like isn't good, there will be people who are like, "Oh, this is my favorite episode." People loved bad eggs. I didn't really care for it. But make sure you watch those 4 videos. You can find it on my page. if you haven't seen them. But like I think there were some story decisions. Yeah, the baby. I don't think that was the best. It's not. It wasn't thrilling. The Miguel Sam breakup, like that wasn't really very good. Like, if they had better decisions, like, but like I think these story decisions, like, so in order to like make season 5 a little bit better, you needed like better decisions here. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, I was sitting here thinking like, what would be a better thing than like Sam and Miguel break up, and then I was thinking like they fight and then like when he gets back, like they fight and then they like hook up. And now like it's like, but then you're getting like way into like the teen drama. um but it would at least be a little bit different, and I think like it would make like the stakes a little bit higher. um like they sleep together and like, or like he didn't tell her the whole truth or something like that, but like it would make the stakes at least a little more higher. um I don't know. I don't like to just straight up rewrite what they did. But just sort of things like that, and then maybe something else going on with the Bad Eggs episode. Um, Peyton get backlash on Insta. I should stop talking about that because I have milked this by now. So how should this team format work? Peyton get backlash on Insta. I don't know what you're saying, man. Um, but I assume you're referring to at the end the Sakai Taikai. Uh, how should this team format work? Um, I don't know. Like I think I speculated something of like a last man standing fight where like you have like a list of fighters and you basically you're fighting your fighters through to their fighters or something like, and it goes back and forth. So like you just fight down the list until you get to your like the end, and then whoever beats the other per team's list first wins. I kind of like that idea, although I don't know if they'll go with it. There's also just like different like I also pitched the idea of like, or pitched, but like I threw out the idea of like a sensei bracket. So it's like what we saw before, but then like there's more brackets going on. Men's bracket, boys, girls, then like sensei men, sensei women, something like that. A favorite Johnny line? Quiet. I would have to think about that. I don't know. Other than quiet. Taylor Swift cameo? Nah. Uh, Andrew Garfield, maybe. oh, Matt. The final countdown, maybe. Season 4, All Valley. Yeah. What was Peyton's backlash on IG? I expect season 6 to be a big season for Kreese. Hopefully his best season. Yeah, definitely. Saints Row, you're kind of in a bad mood. Yeah, remember us in life, um, we transfer energy. So if you're in a bad mood and then you kind of snap or short with someone, then now they're in a bad mood, and then they go home, and then their family gets in a bad mood, and it spreads. So you don't want to spread bad moods because it's literally true. You get annoyed, you drive, you cut someone off, and then now that person's driving home, and now they're pissed off because some idiot just slammed in front of them. Driving from the gym, good place to be. Toxic makeup sex is the best kind. Yeah, I'm just throwing something out there. Obviously, they didn't want to like go there with Miguel and Sam because they're like the cute couple next door, but like what they did do just didn't work. Like it was kind of sad. Actually, it's just like I don't get it. A brawl at the water park racing. Yeah, I talked about this. I talked about this like I talked about in my videos. I brought it up on the podcast too, Cobra Kai Companion, when we recapped that episode. Check that one out. Yeah, like people were imagining way more than what ended up being there. Strike first. Yeah. Although people would notice like 12 Korean kids suddenly coming around West Valley. Like it wouldn't be that much of a surprise that fast. But I get what you're saying. We need, in effect, my video is going to address this a little bit, Melissa, because I am talking about the bullying at high school. So I am actually going to bring this up. So very good thinking. There could be doubles, Kai, training the kids in a doubles format. Could be. That would be an interesting way. Like two fighters from your school fight a sensei from another school. And then two fighters in their school are fighting the sensei from your school. Interesting. I like that idea. Not bad. Team format, matchup one dojo against the other. On number matches, moves on, something like that. Yeah. What goes on in the final episode? Jim Tim. I imagine there'll be a really big fight, right? Big fight. No, that goes way back to my original video on the World Tournament. I think I first brought that up. That video is like a year old, over a year old now. I can't even believe it. I was just thinking of the video, the season 5 videos and season 6 videos I put out last year, a year ago now. Try Castlevania, but like Castlevania is already out now. So like even if there is something good, like, and I know people liked One Piece. I'm not into anime, like, which isn't to say I wouldn't enjoy it, but it's something like I wasn't even ready to watch because I didn't know about it. But like there's also something about like riding the wave of hype. So like Castlevania is already out, right? So like it's not like a wave of hype. But yeah, there's not much good out. It's a shame. Come on, the name Eagle Doe is Eagle Doe is way better. An intense fight, yeah. What do you think that could be? Yeah, Crease Johnny is definitely a good choice. I forget. Oh God, I don't even remember what video I put it in. I did talk about it, and the thing I said is he says there's two fights. And if you look at like the way he's talking about it, did I even do? I can't remember if I did a video on this or I just tweeted it. But like if you look at the way he's talking about it, it definitely seems like he, Billy, which is to say Johnny, is at least in one of them, but not the other. So like Johnny's in one big fight, and yeah, Crease Johnny seems very likely. Crease might find Johnny if there's breakout. Yeah, could be. He knows where he lives. Who do you think? What's going to happen in the first episode? We do know they're trying to find the dojo name. Probably some stuff between Robbie and Tori. Did you see the video I have on that? Make sure you check out that video. That's a good one. Because we even look at some of the script. Would that be a team battle as well? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Ooh. Where are we at? A Miguel and Robbie fight against Mr. Han. Except Mr. Han's not in it. Yes. Mr. Han is not in it. Right? Okay, sorry. But against some other people, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, it definitely could be from all over the world. It's kind of unclear because, like, on the one hand, like her dojo's small time, and she wants to make it big, which is the point of all this. But on the other hand, like she already has senseis from all over the world, so it's like, I don't know. It's like if you're in the know, you know. Miyagi Fang team name, wrong answers only. Johnny and Friends. That's mine. Johnny and Friends. I'll put any good ones up. A Napoleon film coming out Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, Napoleon. Yeah, I hope that's good. It's interesting. I remember when I was young, I remember just talking about Napoleon with my cousin, and we thought it was really cool. And then, like in college, I met some French students. The French don't like Napoleon. Like they look at Napoleon with shame. I guess because he just randomly started taking over Europe. But it was funny because when I knew about him, like I always thought he was so cool. Like he was just kicking everyone's ass and just taking everything over. So, but I am curious. Hopefully that could be a good movie. How many fights do you think this will happen this season? Figure at least one an episode. So 15 minimum, probably more than that. Let's say 20. Let's say 20 fights. But like if there's like a tournament, like you'll have like 9-10 fights in one episode. So like at that point, then like 40, like 30 or 40 fights if we're including the tournament. A big brawl in the parking lot could be. They just want to keep it separate. They're just separate universes. You know, there's no reason to cross it over. Some variation in other episode. I don't know which ones. Johnny Extreme Go Force guy. There you go. An 80s band reference? Trey will win it. Insider sources. There you go. Insider sources. Oh, I love you guys. I just love the internet. The way people will say stuff like, I know you're joking, so but like it is amazing the number of people who will say something claiming they know, like they learned from a friend, or like they have some sort of inside information. Like you guys would be amazed at like what I've gotten right here on this channel. Just like on this channel, I'll have people posting stuff saying like, I know I had a friend who was an extra or something, and these two characters are meeting up or something. Like I just like it's just amazing what people will say to total bullshit. Like why? Like what are you even getting out of it? I don't even know. It's so weird. The season 4 photos we're seeing the apparel Terry bought for class, and then we never saw anybody wearing that anymore. Just reverted back to geese, or did I not see? Yeah, they were wearing it through season 4, the back half of season 4. No one was wearing it really in season 5. They had Cobra Kai merch and stuff, but like those fighting outfits, no, they dropped them and went back to geese. Strong wind, strong sake karate. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Will we ever see the Reseda dojo again? Possibly. I think I would say there's a chance that, yeah. Will they go back to the original dojo? Maybe there. How do you think your media literacy skills are? I'm not sure what do you mean by media literacy skills? You're gonna have to be not good enough to understand your question. I guess I could say that. LOL, he's back. I'm back. The Terminator is back. Michael T. Flex. It'll be interesting what they do with Terry Silver in season 6. Yes. Cobra Kai World. Yeah. I think he's gone for like the first half or so. Away legal problems, legal problems. Barnes will go 50-50. No, I don't think Barnes is going 50-50, even though that's a theory of Ken Cole. A professional bullshitter. It's fun. Yeah. And you're not alone. We all know that. The training outfits look nice. And this is, yeah, they did. But then they went back to geese. It's fine. It was a sort of maybe they can mix it up a little bit in season. It would actually be funny if like Kenny went to Miyagi-Do or something and just like wore that because that's what he had to wear. Like, oh, I still have this, like I didn't want to throw it out. Do you think that Danny will bring students to train in Okinawa? I would say yes. Like, there's a chance. I think we go back to Okinawa at some point. So yeah. Love to see Terry Silver fight Mike Barnes. Yeah. We just want to see Mike Barnes fight everyone. Come on. Oh. Okay. Moral and well written. Okay, so I wouldn't use the term media literacy. I would almost call it literary or media literary. Yeah, like it's more this is like the thinking of like literary analysis and such like that. Like when you say media literacy, I'm thinking like, do I know the major, like newspapers that cover Hollywood, like the Variety and like what shows are coming out, like, but you're talking about like literary analysis. I would say I'm very good at this, and and you're talking about distinguishing between like good writing and morality, or like a good character. A character could be well written but disliked and sort of like that. I even talked a little bit about that in regards to like Sam. Like I think the writing was very good in seasons 1 or 2. People disliked her, but triggering an emotional reaction from character from audience is generally a sign of good writing. Because people are invested in it, right? So no, I understand it very well. there's some good writing there. You hate that guy? You hate the Terminator? What character needs to be developed more? I mean, we want more Barnes. I mean, you could say all of them. Like I think Anthony has a little way to go. I mean, Kenny too. So yeah, we'll just say those three for now. Hi from Bruno. Hi from the internet. 3 episodes. We'll see, you know, like what's going on in 3 episodes. You got to make them, you know, an episode has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? Which isn't to say that's not possible, but you know, we'll see. Could just be, I feel like it's more likely like a long episode or like a short episode and a long episode than like 3 individual episodes. Does Hawk get another tattoo? Possibly. He changes it up a little bit generally every season. Doesn't he? Almost every season, right? Changes his hair or tattoo or something. Mike Barnes, a proper fight. I would agree. Miyagi-Do, I guess that's likely. But like I don't think like they're sitting around like looking where haven't we had a fight yet? Oh, we gotta have it there. But certainly could be. Okay, take care, Sebastian. Thank you for coming on in the mini mall. It could be, but like you could argue at the beach too, which is from the original Karate Kid, where Daniel and Johnny fought. Like it's so at the beach. Yeah, it was a little unfortunate with season 5. Are the teachings immoral? No, I think you could look at it in many ways. Where there's a lot of good in it, and that even goes back to season 1. You know, we saw like Johnny talking about Cobra Kai and kind of the teachings, and it helped it. It's like, hey, that kind of makes sense. That's actually good advice, you know. But like anything, it could be used for good or for bad, right? So, you know, if I make a fist and I use it to defend someone who is being attacked, then my fist was good. If I make a fist and use it to punch you and take your wallet, then my fist was bad, right? Mike was underutilized. Yeah. I don't think Sean Kanan had a lot of availability. They eked out everything they could. Hawk needs more screen time. Yeah, always more Hawk. Was 5 actually rushed? In a bit, more than normal. They went into production with only like 1 or 2 scripts. They were still writing while in production. It turned out really good, but it definitely was more rushed than normal. What will be the spinoffs? I think like Hayden was talking about like Terry Silver Dynatox backstory. Like he wants to just go into like Terry Silver in the 80s, right? Like that's like what Hayden wants. Terry Silver in the 80s. So there's another idea. Maybe it wasn't all so bad. Like Hayden looks at it like if he's as successful as like the story pointed out, made to seem, like he had to be doing some things right. Like there had to be, it's not just like all evil maniacal laughter, you know, dumping toxic waste. So like Hayden's theory behind it is like there had to be some things going right with what Terry Silver did in the 80s. Like it was more than just all evil. Like rarely is a business all evil. Maybe that Sam Bankman Fried, those people was just it was 100% a scam. and his ugly girlfriend. That was just like in this past year. If you followed that, it was such a big scandal. Like, but that was like a business that was 100% scam. There was nothing legit. Like it was just like scam, and like my father runs the what do you call it, the regulatory body who's like letting us get away with it. Um, so I hope that answers your question. That at least Dynatox. Do we get a reunion? Um, Silver Crease Barnes. Maybe, but we kind of had them together. Like they weren't all in the same scene, so I don't think like that specific reunion is as a bigger priority. Is a mistake whether they introduced a new group of Cobra Kai students in the final season. I do think it's a challenge. Like you can't say it's a mistake yet. We don't see how it'll play out. I do think it's a challenge. That is a challenge. So we'll have to see. No early screenings. Yeah. Bobby comes in as just, I think that's a possibility. I've kind of wanted that for a while. What's the most hey watch party compelling thing in the show in your own words? I I assume you tried to rewrite that and it's out of order. You meant to write, "Hey, watch party, what's the most compelling thing in the show?" Hmm, um, I think it's like Johnny's drive to get his groove back and get his life back together again. Um, and he every time he builds himself up, it falls back down. Miguel gets hurt. The dojo, he loses the dojo, bad stuff, but he keeps coming back up. So that's my answer. If Barnes resents Crease like he does Silver, I don't think Barnes was aware of Crease's situation. Um, well, hopefully they don't get less screen time. But but you're probably right. The main focus will be on the other four. Chloride Sanji telling me they're fired from his bathtub. Yeah, who wouldn't watch that? Do they really? Yes. Um, in an effort to promote their show, they provide early access to press. That is not unheard of. In fact, almost everyone does it in some fashion or other. They do it differently. Like they don't always release all the episodes or something, but yeah, you're flying to LA to see it. I like that enthusiasm. Barnes is like the Hulk of Miyagi-Do. Hulk, when he's not angry, he's a different person. Yanger becomes a monster. I like that, Melissa. I like that. The Hulk of Miyagi-Do. The Hulk of Cobra Kai. Barnes is the Hulk. Random note, guys. I watched the first two episodes of the Frasier reboot. I tweeted about this. I actually thought it was pretty good. I did like the Frasier show back in the day. Um, I've seen most of it, but it was a good show. And so anyway, this reboot, which I had very low hopes for because of just the way things are, I think it did play it safe, but like I do feel like they could have taken some big chances. that they didn't. And it's mostly just a rehash of the show, but it was actually better than I expected. It's on Paramount Plus if you're a Frasier fan. Frasier was really good. Yeah. 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 Like I was surprised. Better than I expected. Like I said, I think they played it safe in some ways, and I think they could have really swung for the fences. They did not. But just I've watched 2 episodes and I thought it was actually really good. I was liking it. So yeah, Robert. Hopeful. Like, it's just like how nice it is it to just watch something you like, and you're just not like angry and upset about stupid shit like what happened in Ahsoka. Does anyone think Obliterated will be great or not? I think it has a lot of potential. I think it has a lot of potential. We're a month and a half away from that. Joey, you'd like to see us spin-off Cobra Kai first opening. Then we find out the other Cobras who won the All Valley. The show ending with Johnny joining the dojo. Yeah, that could be interesting. Like Cobra Kai, the early years. I actually think you could incorporate that into the Terry Silver Dynatalk show. Like I think because that's literally going on at the same time. So like, yeah, I think that can work. That you put those two together. Yeah, Briar, we talked about the actor strike earlier. Basically, the deal is the studios walked away. So there's no negotiating at the moment, which is unfortunate. So at least at the moment, nothing's going on. No movement and no hope of resolution. Ahsoka is lame. Yeah. I happen to think the videos I put out on Ahsoka were very good. There's these like Star Wars fans that like so react, get so angry and lash out at you for pointing out any flaws or anything that's not like good. I don't understand. Like it's so weird. But the lowest rated videos on my channel are all the ones on Ahsoka. Like the most downvotes, and it's just the way it is. But like there's people who are like, no, that's right, you nailed it, dude. Like people who'd never seen my channel before, like saw some of those videos, because I get comments and like from people who'd never seen the channel and are like, wow, I think you got it exactly right. Well, yeah, fell off in terms of quality. Did you see my videos, man? I made several videos on it. Just watch them in order. I didn't like Thrawn at all. Like, and Thrawn is one of my favorite characters. Like, Thrawn is why I watched the show. Like, Thrawn is why I tuned in. Just it's not well written. It's not intelligent. The action and fighting wasn't too good because they mostly rely on like, just Imperial troopers who can't hit anything. Like, and it's so there's like no suspense, amongst other things. But yeah, it was frustrating. But there were definitely parts of Ahsoka that were really, really good. And I always said this in my videos. Like, there's stuff here that is actually good. And that's what makes it frustrating when it's not good. The stuff that's not good, because it's like, no, like this is good. You're nailing this, and then it's like bad. My favorite episode was episode 5, the Clone Wars. I liked the young Ahsoka. I liked the young Ahsoka with Anakin. I thought that stuff was great. I did watch Clone Wars. I didn't watch all of it, but like I was like, that's really good. They had great chemistry. Maybe Obliterated will surprise you. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely like hard R. I know that. If they did something like that, they would combine it into one show for sure. It'd be like Terry Silver ruling the business world, maybe with against the backdrop of like Kreese building up Cobra Kai. Do you have a favorite movie or TV? Cobra Kai? What else am I liking now? Like I liked House of the Dragon. I thought that was good. I had a few issues, but in general, it was really good. Like, the shows I made, um, videos on, Squid Game was really really good. Um, Last of Us was pretty good. Last of Us was good. Um, Twisted Metal was good. If you got Peacock, watch Twisted Metal for sure. That was good. They're a different kind of fan. Yeah, yeah. Something happened. Um, I don't know. It started with The Last Jedi. And it started with Ryan Johnson. And I actually think I know the answer. I'm not gonna say here because I may make a video on it at some point. But the general thinking is um it just became about more than like the story. Um and I don't know. And definitely Ryan Johnson's the one who did it. But we'll see. But now it's everywhere. It's yeah, it's everywhere. So like so it's Ryan Johnson was part of a broader trend across entertainment. Um but he specifically is the one who brought it to Star Wars. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Blustering good characters. True. Mando. Yeah. Obi-Wan. Like I watched the Obi-Wan show. I was actually watching with my sister. She's a Star Wars fan. She's a huge Ewan McGregor fan. Um and she was excited for that. I was too. I like Obi-Wan. We watched it and we got bored. Like she stopped after the second episode and I think I stopped after the third. And like that was it. Like it was just like no motivation to watch anymore. It was just like, huh? Like what? Um 80s show psych. Yeah, we don't need every show. Besides, there was a movie called Sidekicks, wasn't there? Your what is your least like Cobra Kai character? Do you mean least favorite? Which Cobra Kai character do I like the least? Um, I don't know. Great. Have you ever watched Dexter? I watched like the first episode or two, and I was like, I don't like this. Um, yeah, I remember I was going to the gym, and there was someone I can't. I don't remember. I think it was a girl I knew at the gym, but she was like a big Dexter fan. It like told me to watch it, and I watched it. I watched like 2 episodes. I was like, I don't like this. We've already gotten the bad guys, or better word, the anti-bad guys. Would balance out. That's true. Um, but who are the good guys? Who are the bad guys? Maybe that's part of the point. Have you ever watched any of the Arrowverse shows? I watched season 1 of The Flash. I watched every episode. I did like it, but it was really weird. Um, like when season 2 came out, I just had no motivation. And then I kind of like fell behind and I was like, okay. I just like never felt like catching up. So season 1 of The Flash. It's literally all Ryan Johnson's fault. Twisted Metal was a 10 out of 10 show. I wouldn't rate it that high, but it definitely was a good show. If you have Peacock, even you can get Peacock really cheap too. So I would recommend it. Ernie Race Jr. You'd love to be on Cobra Kai. I like that you like reached out to him. Prequels probably than sequels. I think you're right, Joey. Was in general embarrassment to Tolkien. Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I was just like, this isn't going to be good. I'm out. I'm not. I watched a few of The Wheel of Time. I read those books back in the day, although I didn't finish the series because it wasn't done at the time. But I hear that was bad. Like it was kind of the story. Like, yeah, it was there. But like I was not having it. Like, and then my understanding is season 2 got way worse. Like, it's just whatever. It's been a master class, but here's the thing: no one enrolled. That's like it's a master class, but no one other than maybe Michael Jonathan Smith, who works on the show. So he did a great job with Twisted Metal. But yeah, it was a master class without an audience. Your least favorite characters. I don't even care anymore. Like we've moved on. Like it's like so like you gotta move on. Really can't wait for season 6. Finna gonna be peak. Yep. Anthony's the worst. Yeah, the Cobra guys would agree with you. Moon is your TV spirit girl. I won't argue with that. It would be nice to get a little more Moon. She and kind of Yasmin kind of fell on the wayside, but it happens. How do you think it'll end? Well, I hope. Really cool, right? Oh, Stranger Things. Yeah, someone was asking my favorite show. Yeah, Stranger Things is good too. What am I gonna do when both my favorite shows end? Cobra Kai and Stranger Things. Move on. Out of all, so season 2 is the best. So maybe I stopped. Like I guess season 1 wasn't perfect. Like I thought it was weird. He had a crush on his sister. I don't know what ever happened. Like it was like his stepsister. But I remember thinking that was just kind of like weird. I wasn't really down with that. And like they did stuff with that. And I was like it was like the part of the show I didn't really like. But the other stuff was good. Like I liked how like they introduced him and stuff and like his slow development. So there was definitely stuff that was good. Halloween being rebooted. Is it being like rebooted as a series or something? So weird. I don't care. I actually watched the original movie in a film class because the professor was a big fan. But because the Halloween kind of kicked off, I guess, that genre. So it's like big for that reason. But I just see like another franchise that just keeps going. They just keep redoing the same thing. So whatever. Dutch will come back. I don't think Dutch will come back, but I do think Bobby may come back. Thank you for coming in. Sorry, Mick Fatty. Nice name. Thank you for coming in. They need to Cobra Kai. We'll need to kill Anthony. He puts himself in harm's way. Well, I don't think they'll kill Anthony. As if he murdered. Are you talking to me? Anthony dies for honor. No, I don't think Anthony will die. Clarence introduced to Master Splinter. That's a fun spin-off fan fiction. Everything after season 3 was terrible. How it went. Yeah, some people just keep watching out of habit. A bonding scene between Amanda and Sam. I mean, they've had some. I don't know. It depends how you define bonding scene, but sure. Night of the Living Dead. Classic zombies. Thoughts on The Chosen Silver? I have a whole video on that, dude. Like the one thing I always love is in like when I get questions and I'm like, dude, I have a whole video on that. Like, oh, I have a whole video. Look, this is my channel. Watch party. Scroll down. Season 5 analysis. You see? This one. Terry Silver versus Chosen fight. Check out that video. It's a very good one. Very good video. You don't want to miss it. Tori and Robbie have more moments together. Yes. Yes. Did you see my video about the season 6? Because like I think episode 1 will have it. There's reason to suspect that. I was like, what is he talking about? But you defined yourself earlier as, didn't you? Wasn't it you, a world-class bullshitter or something? Yeah. Robbie, Kenny, Sean, Miguel Hawk, and DJ. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be a good one. Yeah, Cobra Kai World likes that too. Terry Silver needs to die. No, Silver. I think Sean will be back, at least for one episode. I think it's part of Kenny's arc here. Oh, which video? Where is it? Oh, I need to move this. Okay, here, hold on. Season 6 series. I may move it. This one, huge reveal. This is an important one. I may move it up on this thing. Maybe I'll put it here. But that one, you don't want to miss this one. Someone doesn't know how to internet. All right, how we doing, guys? Yeah, we'll see what they're going to do with Kreese. I don't know. I don't know myself. You know, Kreese is well, he's got a lot there going for it. You know, I thought maybe he'd be redeemed, but then I thought he was going to die several seasons ago. So what do I know? I thought the show was going in a different direction than it actually did, which is fine, but we'll see. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Kyler or any of the others. Maybe Anderson like him. No, not Kyler. But I think people will be figuring it out. Stronger and a better fighter than Miguel and Robbie, so they actually have a challenge this season. Yeah, I definitely think they'll do that. Will they fight each other? I don't know. Michael T. Flex is cooking. Just don't cook something that NGO champ is going to kick out of your face. You know, why are you eating that? Why are you eating that? Against, yeah, sacrifice has been in the cards for a while. Hopefully, she's, yeah, well, I think it will be. It'll be worth the wait. Okay, everyone, thank you for coming on. And I love that you guys come in. We hang out, chat. Thank you for watching all the videos. Make sure you never miss anything. It's a lot of good stuff. Take care. I'll see you at the next watch party.